Ever wondered what you can buy from Disneyland Paris shops? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you just that. My top 10 things you won't regret buying from Disneyland Paris. Let's go. I just thought this would be a really useful video, definitely for first timers to Disneyland Paris who don't know what to expect and what they should or shouldn't buy. I don't buy absolutely everything and there's a reason for it, which I will share in this video. So hi everyone, welcome back to another Disney Brownie video. This is just going to be a chatty video talking about lots of things that we've collected over the years of us going to Disneyland Paris, lots of things that we've bought over the years, and I wanted to share that with you. We're definitely heading to Disneyland Paris again really soon, so definitely come along with us in our vlog series and watch the videos leading up to it. Check out our other videos on the channel and check out our older videos on the channel because some of those videos could be really useful to you now in terms of hotels, in terms of food, characters. I've done a video recently of what no one tells you about Disneyland Paris, but we will. Check that out if you haven't already. So there's so many things to check out on our channel, so do that and check out our next vlog series at Disneyland Paris. These top 10 things are not in any particular order, I'm just going through what I feel, so you know, don't take them as gospel of 1 to 10 that they're in that particular order, they're not. Some of these things as well are definitely going to be really obvious things that you definitely will have thought of at home, and then some things are not quite so obvious and definitely things that are worth buying. Obviously the first thing you think of when you think of Disneyland Paris, or you might not, but I'm sharing that in this video, is definitely Disney ears. Now the pair that I've actually got on today is actually the very first pair of Disney ears that we ever bought back on our first trip in 2017. Emily was only 7 and these were actually meant for Emily. Back in the day, I wouldn't necessarily buy Disney ears for me, I'd often buy them just for Emily, but over the years we've definitely built up a collection where I can wear them too. So this is number 1, which is Disney ears. Now for definite, a really big top tip is if you're travelling, you know, quite a few of you, or like me and Emily, Emily's dad is definitely not going to wear Disney ears, so it's only really me and Emily that the Disney ears are appropriate for. And a top tip is if you're going to travel to Disneyland Paris quite a lot of times, definitely just buy say 1 pair of ears each time you go, and then you can swap and share, you know, Disney ears, and therefore it doesn't get too expensive. Because if I bought the same ones as Emily, obviously you're duplicating the ears, and I like to have these actually hung up on a wall in another room as like a display. That's another top tip for definite. When you get back from your Disney trips, if you've got quite a few collection of Disney ears, put them on the wall, put a little, you know, a little hook or a nail in the wall, hang them up as a lovely display. I don't have them currently right now because we're under renovation over some of our bedrooms upstairs, so I don't have them currently in the wall to show you, but that's definitely something that I've done before and I'm definitely going to do again, just as a way of displaying all the beautiful ears that you can get. But as I say, if there's more than one of you, unless you want the matching ears, then fair enough, you could do. And obviously if you're going to Disneyland Paris and you're only going to go for a one-time trip, then obviously you're going to buy the ears that are actually current for that season, and you're probably all going to buy the same type of ears, which is absolutely fine. But as I say, for me and Emily, I tend to buy 1 new pair of Disney ears each trip. Not always from the Disney parks, I have bought them from On Shop Disney. Is it actually now back to the Disney store online? I think it is, isn't it? I don't think it's called Shop Disney anymore. So let me share with you a few from our collection. These are only the ones that I've actually bought from Disneyland Paris themselves. So let's get to it. As I said, the pair that I've got on are back from 2017. They're actually part of the 25th anniversary. I will just show you the side. Not all of them these days come with Disneyland Paris and the actual anniversary written on the side. I don't think they did them for the 30th with a 30 on them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they did. But I thought this was beautiful when we first actually bought these for Emily, given the fact that it does have Disneyland Paris on the side and the 25 there for the 25th anniversary. Definitely another top tip is if you can get ears with Disneyland Paris written on the side, I just think that just looks so much better. They just look more expensive, they just look more the part and are worth the money. But I'm going to share with you a few that I've got here. So I have got quite a few for different seasons. These ones are Tinkerbell with the castle, and these were around on the 30th anniversary. Again, they don't have 30th anniversary written on them, but they do have Disneyland Paris written on the side, and that's what I'm saying, guys, that if you can get ones that say Disneyland Paris, I just think they definitely look the part. Also around the 30th, I think we actually bought these or just coming out of the 30th anniversary. These were one of our more recent purchases, so I think these are beautiful as well. Me and Emily definitely like more sort of the silvers and golds and not too brightly coloured. However, for the Disney Music Festival, the ones that I've seen that are out, I don't know whether they'll be still out when we get there. Hopefully they will, because they look incredible and I might be tempted to buy two at that time, but we'll see. There might be some other ones as well. We've got a Disney 100 one, silver and purple. Love them as well. These particular ones, for some reason, come up a little bit big. Most of them are quite tight to your head. These are a little bit bigger. I don't really know, why there is sometimes a difference, but you definitely need to try them on in the shops. Don't just pick them up and think they're okay. Try different styles, try different ones, because sometimes they're better, for your head. And some just look better. Some flop a little bit more and they just maybe don't look maybe as good, but these ones are definitely ones that me and Emily go to quite a lot. We take them on lots of our trips. Now, some specific seasons, we've actually got Halloween there for the Dia de Muertos, I think it is, the Day of the Dead. Coco inspired. These were back in 2018. We've also got the Lion King, and I absolutely love them. They actually do have Disneyland Paris written on the side. I don't think the Halloween ones didn't, but these Lion King ones do. And actually, I have seen these more recently in the shop, so I think you can still buy, as far as I'm aware, certainly from our last trip, I did see them, so I think you can still buy these. It wouldn't surprise me if they actually bring out some new Lion King ears, just because there is definitely a Lion King theme going on in part of the music festival that's coming up obviously this month in April. Can't believe it. The Matter Dance that was actually done, we've actually done that going back to 2019 when it was around the first time, and I will definitely leave the Matter Dance video that I put out a little while ago, just sharing with you what was new for 2025. This was obviously returning but maybe slightly different, but I'll drop that video in the end screen if you want to check that out. If you go into Disneyland Paris for the music festival and you want to know what the Matter Dance is going to be like. I've got Star Wars. Absolutely love Star Wars. Me and Emily and her dad are definitely big Star Wars fans. These actually light up. I don't think you'll probably I don't think you can see in the daylight. They do light up in the dark. And these are Star Wars going back to 2018. So some of these are really old and really special to us. Obviously the Star Wars we've only ever taken when we're doing anything Star Wars related. But obviously some of them, like the Halloween ones, we've definitely worn over other multiple trips. Lion King, obviously if we wanted to sort of dress up a bit more Lion King themed, anything to do with that, we would wear them. And then these tend to be, the ones that I've got in my hand tend to be the ones that we take for most trips. I've stopped taking these ones, which are the 25th anniversary ones, just because they're super special. They're the first trip that we ever did and I don't want to lose them. I don't want to get them damaged in any way. Not that I wanted to get any of the others damaged, but for definite I don't want to damage these ones because they're very special, being the first trip to Disneyland Paris. The first ones that Emily wore in her very first photos. Now in terms of the cost, just to give you again a tip if you don't know at all what to expect at Disneyland Paris in terms of the Disney years. Obviously years ago things were a little bit cheaper. Now the prices of the years have definitely ranked up that little bit more. I would say on average you're probably paying anywhere between 25 and 35 euros for the ears. Just to put it in perspective, I think these ones at the time was something like 12 euros and I think they're about 16 or 18 euros now. So ones like these are definitely cheaper, but obviously they're not the full-on ears like these. Ones like these now you'd definitely be paying, as I say, anywhere between 25 and 35 euros. If they light up or do something special, you're going to pay more. Obviously if they're like lounge fly ears and things like that, you're going to pay more. But the standard ears, as I say, probably minimum you're probably looking about 25. Could be lucky and get a few pairs for around 20. So now let's get to number 2. So something I'm actually wearing, which is Disney earrings. I'll show you another pair that I've got in the box. These are absolutely beautiful. So you can buy so many pieces of jewellery from Disneyland Paris, and certainly you can spend a lot of money or you can buy things much cheaper. These weren't actually too bad. These were 35 euros, but you can definitely get some cheaper. I have seen them around 25 euros. It does depend on what you're actually buying. Emily does like her Disney necklaces as well, which I've managed to, one of them she was actually wearing today, so I forgot to take it off her neck. This one here, which is something very similar to, I'm just going to pop it against the box, Maybe that way you can see it a little bit better. So that is actually very similar to the earrings that we've got here. And most of the necklaces, again, are anywhere sort of 25, 30, 35 euros, maybe for more cheaper ones. And then you can get ones, obviously the prices go up and up. Obviously you can get Pandora and things such as that at Disney, which will obviously cost you a lot more money. But me and Emily love collecting different Disney jewellery. And on our last trip, I bought these because it was our Christmas trip and Emily's dad wanted to buy me something. We wanted to buy Emily something, and we saw these on the last day actually from a shop I really didn't expect. It's actually in the Studios Park, so the really big shop that you first get to when you first enter the Studios Park. Me and Emily are definitely going to go do some video in there, you know, shopping around with us on our next trip, because it's a wonderful shop and it sells so many things. But a lot of the jewellery is sold in many of the shops in Disneyland Paris, in the Studios Park and the Disneyland Park, in the village and everything. So you'll definitely see some jewellery, you know, around in most of the shops. So absolutely beautiful, stunning pieces. I do find that the Disney jewellery does actually last, you know, quite a long time. It doesn't tarnish really fast. Emily does that silly thing where she goes in the shower, things like that. I never do that. I always take my jewellery off, guys. Comment down below, have you ever heard anything so silly of going in the shower with your jewellery on? I mean, I've never ever done that ever, because I just get too scared that they tarnish too much. But anyway, Emily has done that and they have actually been okay, but I do tell her now to definitely take them off so that they definitely last a lot longer. But yeah, beautiful statement pieces there, and as I say, sold in many of the shops and for, you know, quite a good price really. I definitely think it's worth buying because I think it's something that's really special. You could take on your next trip, or you could just wear here. You don't have to go to a Disney park, or you could go to another Disney park, you know, in the world, not just Disneyland Paris, and wear them, and it's just a memento of your special trip at Disneyland Paris. So I highly recommend the jewellery at Disneyland Paris. Yes guys, it's a Loungefly. Number 3 is a Loungefly. As I said, this is not in any particular order because some of these items that I'm showing you are going to be cheaper, some are more expensive, such as the Loungefly, and not everyone is going to splurge out on a Loungefly every time they go to Disneyland Paris, or even if it's just one time. You're not necessarily going to want to spend the money. They are expensive. I think this was 90 euros when we bought this one, but on average you're roughly looking at about 100 euros for a Loungefly in Disneyland Paris. But there are so many absolutely beautiful ones. This, I don't think, in my opinion, could be beaten. I absolutely love it. I'm not a massive fan of Loungefly just because I personally feel for a Disney trip, when I'm someone who takes an awful lot of things in my bag, it just doesn't fit enough in for me personally. Again, it's a personal thing, but I absolutely love it. And Emily's dad and Emily wanted to buy me one a couple of years ago on our trip when we were in the Newport Bay. Oh, we had a wonderful, wonderful trip, and they wanted to surprise me with this. It was kind of a Mother's Day, birthday, Valentine's Day kind of gift, all rolled into one, and I absolutely loved it. It was an amazing surprise, and as I say, definitely worth it for me. I'm not a collector. I'm not going to buy lots and lots of them. Will I buy another one from Disneyland Paris? I probably will at some point. I am waiting for one that just really catches me out, where I think, oh, that is so stunning, I want to buy it. I've seen quite a few that are amazing, but I've not then thought, oh, I've got to go back for them. But if you are a collector of them, there is just tons at Disneyland Paris. So both parks, you know, in the village, just check everywhere, every shop, because a lot of shops, and especially as well, a top tip is in the Disney hotels. If you're staying in a Disney hotel, even if you're not, you can pop in and go to the shops. All of them, check the shops, because some of them actually have different Loungeflies to what they have in the park. Not always, but it's definitely worth a try. This one, I couldn't find it anywhere in the park. I think at one point it was obviously in the Ratatouille Remy shop and everything. La Marianne, I think it's called. We've done lots of shop vlogs in there. Go check them out on our channel in terms of shopping. And it was in there at one point, but then I don't know if it sold out or we just didn't see it again. And it was actually in the Newport Bay shop. So again, in the Disney hotels, sometimes they can surprise you. So that's definitely a top tip. If you're looking at Loungefly, check all the Disney hotel shops, do your research beforehand, you know, look at vlogs like ours if we're, you know, shopping around or whatever, and other YouTubers, you know, have a look at their videos to see what merch is actually in what shops at the time that you're going, and it might give you a good idea. But yeah, Disney hotels is definitely a top tip, and then just look around at the other shops as well. Ratatouille is one of my favourite Disney films. Remy is one of my favourite characters. You're going to see a little bit more Remy in a minute. Absolutely love Remy and Ratatouille. And it's all like very, you know, Paris themed, isn't it? And everything. I forgot to share with you the back. Look at that. It's amazing. Food always comes to those who love to cook. Oh, that's so cute. Absolutely love it. It's the perfect lounge flight and I've never seen it since, to be honest. So highly delighted that I did receive this. Obviously, if you're liking our content today, definitely subscribe to our channel. Help Disney Brownies grow. We've got another trip planned really soon to Disneyland Paris, so we're going to take you along with us. We're going to do lots of shopping. We're going to take you around the shops, so shop with us. We're going to share with you the entertainment, the new Disney Music Festival, the new fireworks, lots of snacks, lots of food. We've got restaurants booked, rides, everything. So you name it, we're going to get to it, and we're going to pop it in our next vlog series from Disneyland Paris. Before that, I've got a few other videos coming up before our trip, so definitely don't miss them. You know, more how-to guides, a Star Wars special ahead of May the 4th if you're a Star Wars fan, and lots of other things like that before our trip. But yeah, definitely subscribe if you like content like this, and if you're loving today's video, definitely give us a big like and drop me a comment when you get to the end of this video. Comment down below, what did you like the most out of all of my 10 things that you won't regret buying at Disneyland Paris? Now let's get to number 4. I told you there was going to be more Remy. So the next one, number 4, is mugs. Now, I don't think you can ever regret buying a mug from Disneyland Paris. They definitely range in price, they range in shapes and sizes, all of the different characters, different seasons, you name it. Disneyland Paris shops have definitely got it in terms of mugs. I think this was actually quite cheap. It does actually have Disneyland Paris written underneath, and it does actually have it inside, on the inside part there. And I do really like mugs that have Disneyland Paris written on them, again, just so that it kind of stands out, because you're not just bought it anywhere, you've actually bought it from Disneyland Paris. And I'm pretty sure this was something like either 12 or 14 euros. Could have been a little bit more, but I don't think it was one of the most expensive mugs, put it that way, and it's absolutely huge. But I do have some other mugs which actually tie in to number 5, so I'm going to do sort of 4 and 5 together, just because I'm showing my mug collection. But I would highly recommend, if you ever go for anniversaries or specific seasons at Disneyland Paris, buy those types of mugs. So if you go for Christmas or Halloween, they're really lovely things to bring back with you. But what we've actually bought is the 25th anniversary and also the 30th anniversary. So these are going way back to 2017. Absolutely love them. Again, I used to use them. Disneyland Paris look on the bottom. Again, I used to use these, but now I don't. I actually keep them as an ornament. I'm not quite sure why, guys, because really they're mugs, they should just be used. But unlike the, you know, the Ratatouille one, I would just use this as an ordinary mug. Love it. It is very big though, as I said. These are definitely more my sort of cup of tea. Get the joke. These are definitely more me in terms of the size of the mugs, but not all of Disneyland Paris mugs are this small. Some of them are either really tiny or really big. So sometimes it's trying to find one, you know, in the middle. But these 25th ones just mean such a lot for my very first trip to Disneyland Paris. So I want to keep them really special. As I say, we're doing a lot of renovation work in one of the bedrooms at the moment, which will go back to being like a Disney room. But instead of it being Emily's Disney bedroom that it was many years ago, now it's actually going to be a Disney office. So I will have these up on a shelf as an ornament. And again, you could buy mugs just to keep them as souvenirs. I can't remember how much these were, but this is obviously going way back anyway. But what I'm saying is, anniversary times are a perfect time to buy a mug, you know, for a souvenir. You could use it for a little while and keep it like I have on a shelf. But look at this one as well. So Disneyland Paris 30th, and this is the specific Starbucks range. They do still sell the Starbucks range and have all different ones to do with Disneyland Paris. I know previously they've had the Studios ones. Now, to be honest, it was definitely something that I thought I really should have bought, the Studio ones. I don't know if they still sell it. Comment down below if you've been to Disneyland Paris anytime recently and you've been to Starbucks in the village, or I don't even know if they sell them in the hotels because Starbucks is in the Cheyenne Hotel and also in the Santa Fe Hotel. I haven't noticed that they sold these in those ones, and also I think they have been closed down for a little while. Anyway, all I'm meaning is if anyone's actually been to Starbucks in the village and you notice that they're definitely still selling You Are Here collection but have the Studios mug, can you comment down below and let me know? That would be amazing, because I think I should buy it, because I think it does say Walt Disney Studios. And it's not going to be Walt Disney Studios anymore, is it, everybody? It's going to have a new name. It's all going to be brand new. So really, I think anything with Walt Disney Studios on would be worth buying as a souvenir. They've probably all gone now, so I've probably lost my chance. But anyway, these mugs are absolutely incredible. Love them. I can't actually remember how much this was, but I've got a feeling it was something like 30 euros. Or something around those mark. I don't know if it was either 25, 30 or 35. I can't quite remember because it was a little while ago and I've had a few sleeps since then, guys. But it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. Again, I did use it at the beginning as a mug and now I've kept it as a souvenir. It's a bit silly, isn't it? Buying mugs as souvenirs, but you know, I love to look at them, and I love special ones, especially to do with anniversaries. But when you can get ones just like these, you could use these as everyday mugs for definite. So mugs is definitely a perfect thing. And as I say, rolling into number 5, which is obviously merch to do with anniversaries, I have got some other things to share as well. Now, I did actually buy this for Disneyland Paris 25th anniversary. It's got all the characters around it. Again, I just keep this as a special bowl. Sometimes around Christmas time, put little chocolates and things like that in. And again, it will feature in my Disney office eventually. Absolutely love this. And they did have similar things for the 30th anniversary as well. But even just seasonal merch like Christmas and Halloween are definitely things that you should definitely collect from Disneyland Paris. You won't regret buying these. So absolutely love this bowl. And talking about Christmas, we went for Christmas this last year in Christmas 2024. We spent it from the 21st of December through to Boxing Day the 26th, and all of those vlogs are on our channel right now. So check them out if you're interested in Christmas content, and specifically Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I've done specific videos to do with them. So check them out because I've definitely got some really top tips in those videos for you if you're thinking of going around that time. And also about Christmas, one of the perfect things you definitely won't regret buying, which is number 6, is Christmas decorations. Like, I bought quite a lot of things from Disneyland Paris. Now, to be honest, everything is up in my loft because I put everything away. But what I am going to do is I'm going to share with you a clip of my Disney tree that I put out every year with all of my Disney ornaments on it. And a lot of those ornaments, pretty much most of them, have been bought from Disneyland Paris. A few of them have been bought from the Disney store, and some of them are many, many years old, from, you know, when Emily was a lot younger, or even before Emily was born when I collected them. But quite a lot of them are from Disneyland Paris. So I will get to a clip now of my Christmas tree, sharing with you lots of Disneyland Paris Christmas ornaments.
This year it's just gonna be you and me, hanging by the fire chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh yeah, I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
As you can see from that footage, you can get some really special ornaments from Disneyland Paris, and they do sell them in lots of shops, especially the lead up more to Christmas when it gets, you know, more autumn. But one top tip is don't miss the Christmas shop. So that is actually inside the castle. We've actually done the vlogs on that on our channel as well. Go check them out if you want to have a little look around. But that is open all year and does sell Christmas merch in there, Christmas decorations, lots of other bits and pieces in there. So it's definitely worth checking out. It's just a beautiful shop in any event because it's inside the castle. I mean, what shops are in a Disney castle that you can say that you've been in? Just amazing. So definitely go check that shop out when you're in Disneyland Paris next, and treat yourself to a Disneyland Paris ornament for Christmas. It's definitely worth it. You won't regret buying it. You can collect them over the years and just look and remember all of the trips that you've had to Disneyland Paris. Most of the ornaments, you know, some of them can be quite pricey, but I would say an average amount that you're going to be paying is around 15 euros. You might be paying 20 euros. Some you might get a little bit less and some you might get a little bit more, but 15, 20 euros, you're going to get something quite good for that amount of money. So I highly recommend doing that. I have tried to buy them on most trips that we've gone to Disneyland Paris, so definitely check out Christmas decorations. Number 7 is autograph books. Now, I don't use them all for autograph books, so just bear with me and I will share with you some top tips in terms of these types of books, because you don't have to use them as autograph books. I've got just a couple here that I'm going to share with you, but I've got lots and lots over the years. Each time we've done a trip to Disneyland Paris, we've probably bought 2. Certainly when Emily was younger, and we had lots of photos, lots of autographs from the characters that we did include in the books. We don't do that anymore. We tend to just buy 1 book each trip, or for each particular season. Now I just use them for photos, so just the best photos that we've got from that particular, you know, season or trip. This one is a 30th one, and as you can see, it's actually all sealed up because I did buy 2. I filled one and I just haven't got round to it, guys. I haven't filled the other one up. But as I say, these days I don't use them for autographs, I just pop photos in them. Or you could write special memories inside and a photo, just something to remember your trip. Now, most of these books have been roughly 10 to 15 euros. Well, that one was 10 euros and this one was 15 euros. So again, no, it wasn't, it was 13 euros, but obviously that was a little while ago. We've had so many of these over the years, from Disney princesses to all the classic characters, ones that are obviously themed to seasons, ones that are themed to anniversaries. So they're definitely worth collecting, things that you can look over many years to come. And as I say, you don't have to get the autographs. We still meet characters. Again, lots of character videos on our channel right now. Go check out our Character Meets 2024, because that has a big range of characters that were available last year. So yeah, definitely check that out and you'll see the characters that we tend to meet. But we've also done seasonal videos like Halloween, Christmas, and what characters we've met then. But as I say, we just don't get the autographs for the characters anymore, but I definitely use them for photographs and just lovely memories of Disneyland Paris. Now for number 8. Now, sadly guys, I have got something really special that I wanted to show you, and I know I've put it in the loft with lots of other Disney things because I'm renovating this Disney office and I want to pull them all out then, and I just couldn't find it for anything yesterday and this morning when I've been frantically trying to pull everything together to do this video. So I'm really sorry I haven't managed to get what I really wanted to show you, but I thought I'd show you this because it's something very similar. So number 8 is actually to do with Disney plush of your favourite characters. But even though this isn't a plush, it's not a soft toy, it's a squishy toy, so it counts exactly the same. What I would say is your favourite characters and things that you see that you absolutely fall in love with, I would say buy it. However, if you just think, well, it'll just sit somewhere, or it'll be on a bed, or it'll be in a wardrobe somewhere, or be in the loft like mine, it is coming out. I do have a soft plush of Remy, and it has a little apron on it, and it says Disneyland Paris. It's only sort of a little bit bigger. As I say, that's definitely going to come out when I find it and put it in my Disney office. But this squishy is just, it's squishy, it's Remy, what's not to love? And I don't think this was that expensive either. I think the plush I bought was something like 20 euros. This might have been about 8 or 10 euros, I think. So we've definitely bought things over the years. I have tended to buy a lot of my soft toys when Emily was younger from the Disney store. But as I say, they sell such a massive range in Disneyland Paris. And I was really highly tempted to buy a Simba that I saw in the shops in Sequoia Lodge Hotel. Again, the hotels in, you know, the Disney hotels have amazing shops and amazing merch in there. So definitely don't miss the Disney hotels. Don't just think I'll head to the shops in the parks, because the Disney hotels sometimes have some of the best things on offer for definite. And I saw a Simba on our last trip and absolutely fell in love with it, and I kind of wish that I'd bought it now. It was like a heavy weighted plush. It wasn't like really soft and squishy, it was quite heavy, and I think that was around 35-ish euros, and that was really wonderful as well. So top tip for plush, again, I would only buy things if you really think you're gonna love them. A classic character that you're always gonna, you know, really love, and you want it there on a lovely shelf, or, you know, on your bed or something, that has a purpose really. I wouldn't just rush to buy it, and especially for children as well. If they see something, Emily's seen something nearly every single trip, I thought, I love it, I love it. But then I thought, but do you really love it? So I've always been a little bit skeptical and not always bought every plush that we've seen that Emily's fallen in love with, for instance. However, a little while ago, we did actually see a Pluto that was absolutely gorgeous. It was all really neutral colours, in like a neutral range, and Emily really, really wanted it, and I feel gutted that I didn't buy her it, because then the next trip we went, they didn't have it. So, you know, that can happen as well. So top tip, you know, try and think about the plush that you're buying. Don't just buy the first thing. Absolutely think about it. But if you absolutely fall in love with something, buy it. Because even if you're going to go back to Disneyland Paris, there's no saying that they're going to have it again. So that is definitely a top tip from me. I've learned from experience. I've fallen in love with things and haven't bought them. I've been disappointed. But we don't like to waste our money. That's what I'm saying. This video is about sharing things that you're not going to regret buying. You don't want to waste your money. If every time you go to Disneyland Paris you spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on merch and then it just gets thrown to one side, it's a bit of a waste of money, guys, isn't it? So it has to hold the memories, has to be useful, it has to be something you visually want to look at and enjoy in order for it not to be a waste of money. So now let's get to number 9. Really silly, really little, but just something that I love to collect. I often buy Disneyland Paris pens. I'm just showing you this one as an example. Look how squishy this stitch is. So obviously the stitch is just hard on the top, but the actual pen is actually rubbery and squishy. I love it. And we used to use pens like these for Emily to get autographs from the characters, and when she met Stitch, it was definitely a winner, because obviously if you pick your favourite characters and characters that you're going to meet, especially obviously for children, if they've got a character pen like this, which I think was only something like €8, I think, it definitely makes it, you know, that character mate is even better, because when that character sees that their face is on the pen, they will definitely, you know, make more of that character mate. We've got a Darth Vader one as well, just like this. Love that too. We've got 25th anniversary, 30th anniversary pens. So definitely pick, you know, seasonal ones or your favourite characters, and you can get some really good bargains. Again, in the Disney hotel shops, they have a lot of really good stationery. The shop opposite Thunder Mountain, they often have quite a lot of different pens. Obviously on Main Street there's lots of shops like Emporium, the really big shop there, World of Disney. There's so many shops in Disneyland Paris, and most of the shops do sell pens. You can sometimes buy them in packs, or sometimes individual ones like these I love the best, because as I say, you can definitely get your favourite character that way, so love them. So number 10, last but not least, is home decor. Absolutely love these. So I've got this with Walt and Mickey, this with a Mickey on it, Disneyland Paris, happiness is a state of mind. Actually came with some wood coasters as well. So these are actually meant for little espresso cups, but I might actually pop a little cactus plant in there, put them in my Disney office. What do you think? So I love a lot of the home decor, especially little pieces like this that you can pick up. And this was actually half price at the time. So at the till, they often do quite a few offers on little bits and pieces like this. So pick up some offers and bargains. I think I paid about €15 for both of these. As I said, they come with the little stands. I can't believe, as I was finishing this last clip, my battery actually died on the camera. Anyway, what I was saying, guys, is definitely check out home decor and offers at Disneyland Paris, because you can get some really, really beautiful things. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Definitely check out our other videos, as I say, and videos to come. Exciting Disneyland Paris trip coming up as well. Subscribe, like this video, comment down below, and we'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye!